Hey everybody, it's Ruben Lowing here at the Northwest Houston office of WSB and WFG. So yesterday I got a little recognition. So I just am I am moving forward with my business plan that I wrote a year and a half ago, where the going by the numbers, if I do 4 contacts a day in less than 3 months, um, I'm going to be an MD with like 84,000 in cash flow. Okay, working the numbers. Well, in the process, I got recognized for having, the fifth most people on the counter here at the or here with Schwan Wynn's team. Okay, now it's taking those people in the counter and funnel them through to get some business done, to get recruits, and to actually transact business. So I'm like, okay, I got an appointment today with a young lady. Actually, she wants to come in for me to sign her up for a workshop. Isn't that funny? Right? Which is fine. So we'll get started. We'll do her PFS too. Okay. And then, but the trick is getting them to the office, getting the appointments. So I'm pulling up. So guess what? Today is Eric Lofholm's birthday. All right. And so he got me thinking about his strategy of Sales Mountain. And so he starts off, there's the lead generation, appointment setting, trust and rapport, identify customer needs, share the benefits, then close, and objection handling, qualifying referrals, and then follow up. All right, so this is just amazing, right? Yesterday I did a rollover for this lady. She's 70 years old. She just retired from the post office back in January. Worked there for 50 years at the post office. And she's like, you know, we were communicating all the time, and and now we did this. I'm not hearing from anybody, right? And so I'm like, okay, let me. So I call him up. She's not going to get a statement, but once a year for her annuity, right? and and so they're not going to be they're not going to call her once a month or send her a statement once a month or anything like that. It's once a year they're going to send her something. Okay. Um, so I'll talk to her today, right? And because she knows a lot of people. I mean, she worked at the same post office for 50 years, right down the road. She's probably a good person to have. Knows a lot of people, so she likes me and she trusts me, and that's where I'm going to get to. When I do all the lead generation that I do, okay, if I see a business that I know a little bit about, hairdressers, grocery stores, mechanic shops, there's a whole bunch of them that I got, LED lighting places, right? I can talk to those people because I know a little bit about what they have, right? Today on LinkedIn, I see this guy. The name looks familiar, but I'm looking at that picture. God, is that his son? So I call it up. Well, it wasn't his son. It was the same guy I knew back in San Diego. And, he actually ghosted me in my emails on Campaign Manager. Okay. Blocked my emails because of sending out my campaigns, right? Called him up today and I asked him about his picture on LinkedIn because he told me he was actually the guy, right? Not his son. And he says, "Oh yeah, it's a great picture, right?" And I find out. So I got into form family, occupation, recreation, money message, right? He's got 6 kids, and then his new wife's got 2 kids, right? He's got a daughter who's a teacher who took sabbatical from teaching to raise her kids. he thinks she may be interested in the business. Okay, form works like building rapport. I think the trust and rapport needs to happen before there's an appointment. Okay, got a girl coming in today that you know, she wants to come in and see me, right? To set to schedule her for a workshop. Okay, so this is the process. Now I'm looking for people that are, they've retired or they've changed jobs and they've got a 401k or a 403b or a TSP they need to roll over. Okay, they need to get into an annuity, and you got to explain to them this is where, okay, identify the customer needs, share the benefits. Okay, these annuity companies will give you bonuses. They'll actually add money to your um, savings just to move the money over to them. All right, they're giving you a head start, right, toward your retirement just by moving over to them. Okay, so that's pretty cool, right? This lady I just did, her main concern was leaving something to her sons, right? So she's got like $99,000 that she rolled over, but if she were to die, her boys would get like 245,000 in a death benefit. Okay, and that was her main. She wanted to leave as much as she could to her son. She didn't have life insurance. She didn't get life insurance, and it wouldn't be cost effective for her to get a lot of life insurance right now. She's got assets. She's got enough. There's she needs a trust. I'm going to call her about that. She's going to need a trust because otherwise there's going to be money tied up in probate. Um, there could be a situation where there's not enough money right away to pay for a funeral, and that's something. If she were to pass, then that would that sucks. Been through it, done that. All right. So with all that said, you know the rapport is something you really is important. Trust and rapport. People realize you know what you're talking about. That's going to help a lot. That'll help with the confidence. So you can talk about people that you've helped before and how well off they're doing. I got a young lady. She's a millionaire in less than 10 years with the strategies I put her in from what was left over from the SGLI when her husband died in the war in Iraq. Set $200,000 in a money market account that didn't grow a penny for 7 years, and then in less than 10 years, and she gave me 117,000 of that. Her accounts in different accounts, her money grew. She had a crystal ball. She couldn't have picked a better time to get in. When she did, she became a millionaire back in like 2015. So I 2009 is when I set her up in her strategies, and by 2015, yeah, so 9 years, she became, or 6 years, 2009 to 2015, 6 years. She just had a crystal ball. She got into the bottom of the market, and it came back and and compounded, and she's in a sweet spot. All right, and then got somebody else. Um, this lady that I did the rollover for. Um, God, what other good um, stories do I got? You just people that you helped, right? Um, that'll help you a lot. Figuring out strategies for people. Um, you know, understanding how like the finance premium strategies work, um, the different employee benefit plans. All of those things will help people feel more confident in you. You got to talk about what you know. When you go talk to trade schools, you might do a whole bunch of term policies with them, get them set up with a budget, right? But all of a sudden, when they get their licenses, like my son got certified to do HVAC. He was at the highest pay scale you could get for Tesla. Got laid off during COVID, got certified to do HVAC and electrical. Now he's way eclipsing what he was making with Tesla as an HVAC technician. All right, so we got him an individual banking strategy, index universal life, target premiums $168.13 a month. He can max fund it to $1,066 a year, and which is $12,750 a year. He can do $1,065 a month, or $1,066 a month, $12,750 a year, almost twice as much as you can put into a Roth IRA. Tax the same, but he doesn't have to be 62 to get that money out without tax and penalty. He can get up to 90% out in an awash loan, right? He's real handy. If he finds a property that's in distress, they're in default, they're getting divorced, he can borrow from his policy, a buy the house, fix it up, flip it, put the money back into his policy, and go look for another one. Okay, so these are all different things that I can talk about that get people to understand. Oh, he can help me, right? So my point is this. Okay, you can get rapport, sure enough, by paying attention to people, getting a relationship with them, right? But when they understand that you've got what they need, so listening to what they need and what they're asking for is key. Okay, and then you can write business. Okay. Um, all right, that's enough for today. If this helps anybody, go ahead and share it. All right, bye.